Welcome to this explainer. Okay, today we are unpacking a massive paradigm shift that's happening right now in the tech space. We're finally moving away from those closed-door AI theories and abstract debates and shifting towards something incredibly powerful: provable trust based directly on open data. If you've been closely following the trajectory of artificial intelligence, you know things are moving at lightning speed. But this fundamental change in how we actually build trust into these systems, well, that is the real story you need to know. So, is the AI conversation stuck on repeat? Honestly, if you're feeling a bit of fatigue from the endless hypothetical debates about artificial intelligence that never seem to actually go anywhere, you are absolutely not alone. For a long time, the dialogue surrounding AI has sounded exactly the same. I mean, we constantly hear the exact same talking points, the same anxieties, and the same doomsday scenarios recycled over and over again in the media and in tech circles. It genuinely feels like we're just spinning our wheels in the mud of speculation rather than driving forward on the pavement of reality. Okay, let's dive into this and look at exactly why that fatigue exists. We've been trapped in an exhausting, endless loop. Step 1, people break down how it's built. Step 2, they aggressively point out what's wrong. Step 3, we spend months arguing about the risks. And finally, step 4, people suggest hypothetical fixes. Wash, rinse, repeat. It's such a tiring cycle. We talk and talk about the architecture of AI, but we are rarely looking at the actual foundational bricks used to build it. To break that cycle, we have to confront a core truth. None of that really lands until people can see what open data looks like in practice. All of those complex steps and arguments we just went through, they completely fall flat without real-world application. We can debate risks and suggest fixes until we're blue in the face, but unless we change the fundamental ingredients of AI, the data itself, and actually show people what that looks like, nothing changes. The hypotheses remain just that, hypotheses. To break out of the loop, we have to move away from speculation. And this brilliantly illustrates the massive shift we're seeing. Think about the old way of handling AI data. It was entirely closed off, locked away in corporate silos, completely inaccessible, or just scraped indiscriminately from the internet without any context or permission. It was a massive black box. But the new way? The new way flips this completely. Data is shared, it's actively verified, and most importantly, it is shaped by contributors. This is the stark difference between a secretive extraction process and a highly transparent participatory ecosystem. It literally rewires the DNA of the information feeding the AI. Which brings us to the actual real-world application we've been waiting for. Well, that's where Codatta.io comes in. They are the prime case study solving this massive systemic data problem. Instead of just pontificating about the benefits of open data, they're actually doing it. They are showing the entire industry exactly what happens when you dismantle the old method of scraping and hiding data and replace it with a system where data is genuinely shared and community-shaped. They're putting the new way into practice right now, giving us a tangible model to observe and learn from. So the crucial point is what emerges from this new practice. You don't just get better data, you get a completely new dynamic: artificial trust. This isn't blind faith in a machine or some massive corporation. No, this is a new kind of trust that forms strictly from transparency and active participation. Because models like Code.io keep human contributors directly in the loop, verifying and shaping the information, you start to see genuine trust organically form. You trust the output because you can see and even actively participate in the input. It's trust built entirely on visibility, not secrecy. Let's break down exactly why this open architecture is so incredibly beneficial for our future. First, when data is open, AI finally has actual room to improve. But crucially, that improvement is followable. You aren't just guessing how the system got smarter overnight. You can trace the exact developmental breadcrumbs. Because it learns from clearer, verified inputs, the entire process becomes immensely easier to trust. You aren't just crossing your fingers and hoping the black box gets it right. You have an open, transparent map of its entire learning journey. Let's move to and see how this builds to our ultimate conclusion. The conversation finally shifts from theory to proof. When you have transparent, verifiable data shaped by active contributors, you no longer have to rely on philosophical debates. You don't have to endlessly loop through those risks and hypothetical fixes we discussed earlier. Open data turns all that exhausting AI speculation into undeniable, trackable evidence. You aren't just hoping for a better, safer AI anymore, you are actually proving it, step by transparent step. So I have to ask, are you ready to stop arguing about AI theory and start shaping its proof? The architecture of artificial trust isn't going to build itself in a closed, locked room. It requires radical transparency, and it requires participation from informed individuals who truly understand the stakes. The era of the black box is ending, and the era of open, verifiable proof is here. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I really hope this focused look at open data gives you exactly what you need to expertly navigate this incredible shift in the AI landscape.